Good morning. Welcome to One Baha'i, that regular show where, well, I tend to get blinded by the sun and I just sit back and talk a little bit about the Baha'i faith. This morning, I'm sitting over here by the ocean. I'll just try to do a bit of a pan here. My hand was probably in the way for some of it. Sorry about that. I'm just going to put the phone, let's see, down on a rock. And, well, I'm going to just enjoy the view. You saw what I'm enjoying. Anyways, this morning I wanted to talk a little bit more about the hidden words and those preambles. As you noticed, there were a few of the preambles towards the end, number 66 and so on, that just sort of caught my interest. Sorry, there's a hair. Number 66 begins, "O children of the divine and invisible essence." O children of the divine and invisible essence, ye shall be hindered from loving me, and souls shall be perturbed as they make mention of me. For minds cannot grasp me, nor hearts contain me. Why children of the divine and invisible essence? Beautiful kingfisher there. Sort of reminds me of the idea, the kingfisher is an amazing bird. It reminds me of the idea of diving into the ocean of his wisdom, searching for those pearls of wisdom. That's how a kingfisher gets its food. It dives into the ocean. And that's sort of what we're doing here. We're taking a single phrase and diving into the ocean of his wisdom, trying to uncover those gems, those pearls. So here, I am reminded that we are all children of the divine. We are all children of that invisible essence. Each and every one of us, to a greater or lesser degree we show it, but we are all part of that. And, you know, it reminds me that we are worthy, we are noble, we are children of the divine, but that essence is also invisible. And I think that is a trait that we carry too. Sometimes that essence is invisible within us. We don't see it in each other. We don't see it in ourselves. Ye shall be hindered from loving me. It doesn't mean that we won't love him, but we will be hindered. There will be obstacles in our way. And sometimes those obstacles are ourselves. Sometimes I think those obstacles are each other. They're me, they're you, they're all of us. For whatever reasons. But to me, it's a reminder that we need to look for those essences within each other, within ourselves. O children of the divine and invisible essence. But there is a caution. We will be hindered from loving God. Souls will be perturbed as they make mention of him. And maybe that's one of the aspects of the invisible. It's a fascinating one because, to me, it really talks about our relationship to ourselves, our awareness of ourselves and of each other, and how there are aspects of God within us, and sometimes they're not the aspects that we want. We don't want these aspects to be invisible, but they are. Number 68 goes on with the preamble, O children of men. So again, it's plural, it's all of us. And it's a really interesting one to have as a plurality of all of us, because it begins, Know ye not why we created you all from the same dust? That no one should exalt himself over the other. You know, we are all children of God. And there is no place for racism or sexism or prejudice of any nature. Nobody is above anyone else. There's a marvelous story of Hand of the Cause, Mr. Furatan, where he was standing with some of the friends, and somebody said that he was so much closer to God than they were. And Mr. Furatan looked at him and looked up at the sun, and he took a step forward. And he said, "Am I now closer to the sun than you are?" It was a great example. Nobody should exalt themselves over anyone else. Number 69. O ye sons of spirit. Again, it is our relationship to ourself. That divine spirit is within each of us. Baha'u'llah reminds us in this hidden word, "Ye are my treasury, for in you I have treasured the pearls of my mysteries and the gems of my knowledge. Guard them from the strangers amidst my servants, and from the ungodly amongst my people." You know, Baha'u'llah later, he says, we have made man a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. And it's worth remembering that we are the mines. And within the mines, we see the gems. And those gems need a lot of work. They need to be extracted. They need to be polished. And God has placed all of these gems within us. And it's so easy to give them away. You know, how often do people give away their dignity? How often do they give away their compassion in order to fit in with a small group of people? It's sad, really. You know, I watch as people around the world struggle for human rights, for basic rights. And there are people who are angry about this. They don't want these people to have basic rights. Well, the ones who are angry have given up compassion in order to feel that they are part of a small group, as opposed to recognizing that they are part of this great family of humanity. O ye sons of spirit. You know, as we remember our spiritual nature, then we are in a better position to expose these gems and polish them and make them more worthy of sharing with others. And then number 70 I find intriguing. O son of him that stood by his own entity in the kingdom of his self. Wow. Okay, that sounds like it's Baha'u'llah to my ear. Him that stood by his own entity in the kingdom of his self. Know thou that I have wafted unto thee all the fragrances of holiness, have fully revealed to thee my word, have perfected through thee my bounty, and have desired for thee that which I have desired for myself. Be then content with my pleasure, and thankful unto me. I mean, although it also can mean that Baha'u'llah has given us all these things, it first strikes me as God speaking to Baha'u'llah himself. God telling him, I have wafted unto thee all the fragrances of holiness. And Baha'u'llah reminding us that he has wafted all those fragrances to us. He has fully revealed to thee my word. Well, that is what God did. And Baha'u'llah passed it on to us. I have perfected through thee my bounty. And he has shared that bounty with us, and we in turn can share it with others. I have desired for thee that which I have desired for myself. Again, same thing. Be content with it. That's quite beautiful. And then it ends, O Son of Man. Again, it's a reminder to ourselves. Write all that we have revealed unto thee with the ink of light upon the tablet of thy spirit. And should this not be in thy power, then make thine ink of the essence of thy heart. And if this thou canst not do, then write with that crimson ink that hath been shed in my path. Sweeter indeed is this to me than all else, that its light may endure forever. You know, this, to me, again, it talks about our relationship to ourselves and to the world. It tells us what to do. O Son of Man. Yeah, I'm fascinated with these preambles. I'd love to explore them more, because some of them, as you see, relate us to each other, some of them relate us to God, some of them relate us to our heart, to the world of being. I believe that, there goes that kingfisher again. I believe that each of these preambles directs our attention. And I'm very grateful to my friend this past weekend for having shared this idea with me. It's changed the way that I'm reading these hidden words. But I'll tell you, I'm not quite yet ready to look at the Persian ones yet. O ye peoples that have minds to know and ears to hear. O ye that are foolish, yet have a name to be wise. O dwellers in the city of love. O essence of desire. The ones in the Persian seem to be very different, far more poetical. And I think it's going to be a much longer exploration to figure out what they're referring to. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope there wasn't too much background noise. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my phone and share a little bit more of the beauty of this area with you. I'd hit pause at this point and just keep looking. It's so gorgeous here. Anyways, thank you very much again. Feel free to hit like, hit share, you know the routine. Anyways, we'll talk next week.